Hey there, everyone in YouTube land, or where YouTube land right there. Yes, I'm Clay Bransom, and this is my new YouTube channel, and I will be reporting on stuff like movies, sports, just things in general. But anyhow, right now I want to talk to you about something that kind of irks me a little bit. I'm a fan of The Hunger Games, which is the best-selling book from Suzanne Collins. Some of y'all probably have read it. Some of y'all probably have seen the movie, which has made over $400 million at the box office. I'm here at Barnes & Noble right here, and that's why I got the books right here. So bear me in mind if my voice isn't as loud as my voice normally is. I really have a very loud projectile voice, and there's people behind me walking by. So if some idiot comes by and starts waving at the camera, well, just tell him to whatever. I don't know. And if my phone goes off with a Sports Center theme, that's because the Texas Rangers are playing right now, and it gives me sports updates. So anyhow, one thing about it is there's a lot of things people want to compare Hunger Games and the sequels. Catching Fire, which is on the verge of being made into a movie. Next month is when they start filming it. The first movie made $406 million at the box office. It's coming out on DVD on August 18th. I'm not trying to plug the movie, I'm just saying facts. And the third book, Mockingjay, which is going to be split into two movies. So that is going to be making more money. Plus, it was too violent to be made into one movie, because if they made it into one movie, it'd have to be rated R. Literally, it's violent. Now, for those who are not familiar with the Hunger Games, I'm going to explain the plot in a minute. There's two things they want to compare Hunger Games to all the time. One is probably this atrocity, Twilight, which, in my opinion, is the most atrocious thing in the history of cinema. It is. And the most common one is this Japanese book, Battle Royale, which was made into a movie in 2000. And yes, Twilight's been made into 4 movies so far. They're split the last book into 2 parts, so that movie's coming out in November. But for those who don't know what the Hunger Games is, it takes place in the future. It's dystopia. Kids have to be chosen via a lottery system. One boy, one girl between the ages of 12 and 18 in a fight to the death. And it's live on TV. By law, you have to watch it. If you don't, you'll be dead. The government will kill you if you don't watch it. But one thing that is very common is people want to compare it to Twilight. And here I'm going to compare how Hunger Games is not like Twilight or Battle Royale. The reason people want to compare it to Twilight is because there's a main female character. Twilight's got Bella Swan. Hunger Games has Katniss Everdeen. Katniss would kill Bella. Okay, both of them have 2 guys who are trying to fight for Katniss's affection. Twilight has Edward and Jacob. Hunger Games has Peeta Mellark and Gale Hawthorne. Now, start with Hunger Games. Gale Hawthorne is a non-factor until the 3rd book. He is not a factor. And I apologize if there was a glare on my glasses. It's the computer screen glaring off my glasses, so I'm going to take my glasses off if that's bothering you. Gale's a non-factor until halfway through the 3rd book. But the thing is, Katniss does not want a boyfriend. She does not want a relationship. She is very independent. She's more into protecting her family. As you know, she volunteers to go into the arena of death after her 12-year-old sister was chosen. Katniss has some surviving skills. Her sister doesn't, therefore she took her place. She didn't even really know Peeta until the Hunger Games, and then Peeta used manipulation to make it look like that they're in some sort of relationship. And then it upsets Gale. In the book, they say when Katniss is halfway through the games, they say Gale is her cousin. And that's not even covered in the movie. So pretty much it was a manipulated relationship. Katniss said at the beginning of the book, and she says it in the movie, that she does not want kids. She doesn't want any kids and doesn't want to get married. So she's a very independent person. She's a survivor. Bella Swan, on the other hand, she's boy crazy. she likes that these two guys are fighting for her. One of them, this glittery vampire guy, and another one, this wolf who takes his shirt off all the time. And then, for those, a lot of y'all have seen the movies, which has made $1 billion altogether at the box office. Edward and Bella get married. They have a baby. He does a C-section on her by cutting her open, and then Jacob falls in love with the baby. So pretty much she has this douchebag who likes her, and this other douchebag who becomes a worse pedophile than Jerry Sandusky. So, also, Hunger Games has a lot of murder and mayhem. There's more to the story, actually, than just the arena. It shows hope. Katniss actually gives the people of Panem hope. Panem is what North America would be today. North America became Panem, for those who've never read the book or seen the movie. And President Snow doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. So, bottom line is, the romance in Hunger Games is like less than 10% of the whole book, the whole trilogy. Twilight, on the other hand, it's the whole thing. And it pretty much doesn't have a plot. More people like Hunger Games as well, if you can see also by the box office results. More men like Hunger Games than Twilight, if you see the box office results. So the Twilight comparison is just squash. It's easy. Let's squash it. It's just because there's a teen girl and two guys. They think it's the same thing, but it's not. Just because if there's a teen hero, that doesn't mean anything. Now, Battle Royale. There's only one similarity. Kids having to kill each other. There's significant differences between the two. First off, Hunger Games, the kids are chosen by a lottery system from each district. They don't know each other. Because travel is forbidden in Panem. The only ones the tributes know are probably the same one from their district. Because Katniss kind of knew Peeta somewhat, indirectly. Battle Royale, they're from the same class. What apparently happened is a class of kids, they've been disruptive or some things like that. They're classmates, they're brothers and sisters, or best friends. They get gassed, they don't know why they're there. They didn't know that they're going to be a part of Battle Royale. It was chosen in secret. So they get there and they have to learn that they have to kill each other. Now, Hunger Games, there's training. Hunger Games is done like kind of like an Olympics, kind of like a beauty pageant, kind of like an American Idol type thing. They have a parade of tributes, kind of like they have a parade of nations in the Olympics. They show them off on TV. They make them, glam them up, and they put bets on people. The people of Panem put bets. More likely the capital, not the people of Panem, more likely the capital, because they have all the money in the capital. Put bets on who they think is going to win, and they sponsor some of them to try to get them supplies. But Battle Royale doesn't have any of that. It's not televised. Nobody knows who wins Battle Royale till after, and it's on TV. So these parents didn't know what happened to their kids in Battle Royale. Hunger Games, these parents are watching their kids die some gruesome, horrifying deaths. I'm not going to explain how some of the deaths are, but there are some gruesome, horrifying deaths. There's also no explanation on why Battle Royale takes place. No backstory. There's also a lack of character development. In Hunger Games, there is a story of why the Hunger Games happens, why they have this event. It's for the capital's entertainment, and it's to punish the other districts for a one-time rebellion against them. And this is a reminder, this is why you don't rebel. Also, Battle Royale, they use guns and other weapons like that, ammunition, firearms. Hunger Games, they use more sophisticated weapons, skill weapons like swords, knives, spears, bow and arrow, things of that nature. They use more skill weapons. They're making it a television show. This is an entertainment thing to the people of the capital. And also, the main thing is they don't use weapons. There's also, like I said, lack of character development. You really don't know why these guys are there. You get to know some of these characters in Hunger Games. And there's other characters besides the ones that are going to the arena that you get to know as well. like Katniss's mentor Haymitch, and her stylist Cinna, and President Snow, and all those people. Pretty much Battle Royales, they just throw them out there. Here you go, you're gonna die, and so on and so forth. Yes, in Battle Royale, they're on this island, and you can't be in like this certain sector at this time, or you die like getting blown up. The movie itself is just gruesome violence. That's all it is. Just a plain excuse to show violence. It really didn't have a distributor here in the U.S. It probably would have gotten an NC-17 rating here in the U.S., really. Even though it says it's rated R, it probably should be rated more. Now, Hunger Games was not rated R. It was rated PG-13. They kind of cut down a little bit on the violence. Not cut down. I'm going to rephrase that. Trick shots, trick angles, did it from a distance, didn't make it as gory, because they knew if they rated it R, a lot of the fan base was not going to be able to see it, because no one under 17 is allowed in without an adult, and you know, that would have prevented a lot of the teenage fans of the Hunger Games to not go to the movie. So, but it made a lot of money. Another thing is Battle Royale. Most people never heard of Battle Royale. What happened is these fans of Battle Royale, because it has this cult following, started whining and moaning on message boards that it's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. Well, Suzanne Collins, the author, had no idea that Battle Royale existed. I didn't even know it existed until after I read the Hunger Games trilogy. Most anybody didn't. It's just these 10,000 people who were whining and moaning, saying it's a ripoff because they think it's original. First off, Battle Royale is not original. There's been a lot of last man standing, fight to the death thing, and even kids killing each other, like Lord of the Flies. Lots of last man standing in dystopian future books and movies out there. You can't say it ripped it off. I mean, if you want to go about rip-offs, I could compare comic book characters one way or the other. A lot of comic characters are very similar to other ones. A lot of TV shows are similar to other ones. I mean, look at all these reality shows. What she based Hunger Games off, Suzanne Collins, the author that is, was reality TV, war, and the Greek myth of Theseus and the Minotaur, where Theseus volunteered to go face the Minotaur because King Midas punishes the people. So Theseus volunteered to take on the Minotaur, and he beat the Minotaur. That's what she based it off of. So, there's a lot of different reasons Hunger Games is... I think Hunger Games is better than Battle Royale. Battle Royale is just an excuse to show violence. Twilight... You want to compare something to Twilight? Compare the movie I Am Number 4 to Twilight. That was more like Twilight than Hunger Games. Believe me, that movie was a lot more like Twilight. But Hunger Games is definitely bigger and better. I just don't understand why people hate it. They just want to say it's like Twilight or it's a Battle Royale ripoff, but other than that, they don't say why they hate it. Anyhow, leave your comments below. You can subscribe right down there, or I'm sorry, subscribe up there. Leave your comments below, and don't forget to, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna come back with another video tomorrow. I just got some news. I mean, I just came across my Twitter screen on my phone that Ben Affleck's going to be involved in the Justice League movie. So I'm going to explain why I don't think the Justice League movie is going to work compared to why Marvel's Avengers worked. So tune in tomorrow. Ooh, and this Sunday I'm going to upload a video. It's either going to be Sunday or Monday, but this Sunday I'm going to Texas Rangers game, and my friend William Quinn is going to attempt to eat a 2-foot-long hot dog called the Boomstick out of the Texas Rangers game. It's a 2-foot-long hot dog with chili cheese, onions, jalapenos, and sauerkraut. So don't forget, I'm going to upload that. You cannot miss that one. This guy's going to try to eat a 2-foot-long hot dog that's cost $26. No, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to die of a heart attack. So thank you for watching the video. If you want to see Hunger Games, it's out on DVD and on demand starting August 18th. It'll be on DVD. It'll be on your pay-per-view. I think it'll probably be on Netflix or whatever. I highly recommend it. And the other 3 Hunger Games movies are going to be coming out 3 straight November starting next year. from 2013 to 2015 in November. Catching Fire and Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 will be out in those previous Novembers. And I recommend reading the books. If you're a youngster in school, read those for your summer reading. I recommend them. Don't read Twilight. It's garbage. I don't care if some 13-year-old girl gets upset about that. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I will see you guys on tomorrow talking about Justice League.